Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today we're going to take a look at a really fun new release from Victoria Beckham Beauty. I purchased, because you know I'm a sucker, I purchased all three of the brand new Victoria Beckham Beauty Satin Kajal Jewel Liners. I have gotten the Sequin Green, we're going to look at them all, the Gold Lame, and the Night Flash, which is kind of a black shade that you're getting a little bit of a preview of right now. These little guys are $28 each if you buy them without a sharpener. With a sharpener, and the sharpeners are actually real handy. With a sharpener, they're $30 each. Either way, with or without a sharpener, you do get a 10% discount if you buy all three. So cheapy me, bought all three, got the 10% discount, and I bought them without sharpeners. I got enough of those sharpeners laying around. There's never one when I need one, but I do have enough of them. Okay, these are basically the Victoria Beckham Satin Kajal Liner with glitter added. Therefore, let me just do a quick public service announcement. Neither Victoria Beckham Beauty nor Rebecca here recommend that you use these in the waterline or too tight line. Please. If you are feeling very brave, go ahead. They do have glitter particles, and that can scratch your little eye and hurt yourself. So this is a good one for the lid, even underneath, but I wouldn't go in the waterline. And of course the Victoria Beckham Beauty website also has the same warning, but I'm just telling you, don't do that. Okay, so we're gonna look at all of these and then we're gonna compare them. So you might be wondering, I'm not gonna compare them to every liner that Victoria Beckham Beauty has ever made because interestingly enough, these little guys get their own section on her website. Though these are a Satin Kajal liner, she calls these the Satin Kajal Jewel Liners, Jewel, as separate from her regular, much more flat and matte Satin Kajal liners. Except there is that little issue of the sea gray and the bronze. So don't worry, we'll compare those. All right, so first, I'm going to actually take these outside with you first because that's where you can see the most amount of sparkle. So let's go outside first this time into the warm California sunshine. Take a look at these on my arm. We have the Sequin Green, not as green as I bet you thought, huh? Gold Lame and Night Flash. And there they are. I just made little squiggles with them. They are actually still on my arm right here because they don't really come off. When these guys set, they set. And we're going to compare them to the other two in a moment, but let me just tell you a few things about them. Number one, they are very, very soft. I have my Esom sharpener out here. I know you can get Victoria Beckham Beauty sharpeners, but I love the Esom. It's got two different size inputs, and it's got a cover, so you don't have to get up and walk over and do this over the waste paper basket. You can just do it sitting at your beauty desk if you're Rebecca and you're lazy. So I brought my Esom sharpener over here in case we needed it. I already broke the tip on the gold. So they're very, very soft. And that a lot of people love. That's really the beauty of her Satin Kajal liners. And they are similar in that way. And they have that lovely, same as the other shades, they have this lovely spongy tip, which you can use to smooth these out. I see these almost like eye pencil crayons, really. That's what I use them for here and what we're going to use them for in the demo. I will warn you that my demo is more of an eye swatch than an actual look that you can recreate. I just wanted to see how they looked. And like anything with glitter, this is not a criticism, merely an observation. I say that like 5 times during the rest of this video. When you put these on and smudge them out and shear them out, they will take a lot of the pigment away and leave the glitter. That is not, I'm not trying to attack them, I'm just reporting on how they work. So just know that this is in their purest form right here, but if you were to shear them out, which they're not going to do now because they've set, you'll get rid of some of that heavy pigment and leave some of the glitter, which you'll see in the demo. But just out of curiosity, in Victoria Beckham Beauty's regular old Satin Kajal liners, we do have two that have seemed to me a little bit at least metallic, and I don't know if they compare, so let's try it. Here's the sea gray, because that's the first one I thought of, and see, it's more metallic. Yeah, it's more metallic than this one, which I'll redo. Hold on. There's the sea gray. Now here is the Sequin Green. I'm going to do I'm going to do it over. See, the Sequin Green has much more sparkle, and this sea gray is definitely more of a metallic liner, and the metallic liners can also go into the waterline. Let's check out the bronze. Had to make sure I had the right one. And I think it's going to be, yeah, the bronze is the same thing. So there's the bronze, there's the sea gray. They are different than these new ones in that these new ones have more pronounced glitter particles, and the original are just more of a metallic, basically a shiny shade, so to speak. I was curious about that myself. Okay, what I want to do now is give these a try. It's slightly ambitious because it's hard to get these off the eyes. So we're going to try on all three. More eye swatch than really look, because I just want to see what they do as we shear them out and play with them. So make sure you stay right there. I am going to tell you right now that this is overly ambitious. These eye pencils, these liners, they stay. And I'm going to attempt to do 3 looks with 3 different ones and get the first 2 off my eyes in between. Stick around just for the sheer entertainment value. Let's start with, you've seen all these colors on my arm. Let's start with sequin green. Sequin green. Sequin green. Now remember, we're not putting this in the waterline. You can at home if you're feeling adventurous, but I'm not going to. We are just going to smudge them out using the lovely point here and the sponge tip, which I like very, very much. So what I'm going to do is a very, very, very quick and dirty line. And actually, I think to save my eyes, we'll do one color on each eye. Just thought of that now. And then we'll do the last color on both eyes. Okay, so I am smudging out. Now that's interesting. Okay, so when you have something with sparkle, and the sparkle has a pigment, when you get rid of the pigment, I don't know if you guys have ever noticed this, if you do a swatch or something on your arm for a friend to see and you wash it away, it will often just leave the sparkle behind. And a lot of us say that when we have a color we're using on our eyes and it wears away, it will leave just the sparkle. So that's kind of interesting. I definitely want to build up this sequin green because as I took the sponge tip and smudged it, it took away the shade and left the glitter, which I'm not complaining about. It's a pretty, very, very pretty kind of golden glitter. Now, when I do that, you can see the sequin green shade. But when and I've got to hurry because it does set here, but when I smudge, it takes away most of the shade and leaves behind the glitter, which doesn't bother me as such because the shade is still behind it, but it is something to point out, and I hope that I really hope that the camera is picking that up. And we'll see if the other shades do that. So now we have a little bit of kind of a khaki-ish green shade, almost an army green khaki shade with a lot of gold sparkle, which is very pretty, but interesting. So you're only going to get that really, really khaki with the gold sparkle if you don't smudge it out too much. And there's nothing wrong with it, I'm just saying. And I don't think I'm going to really do underneath the eye too much because remember, this is going to stay and I need to change the shade on it. Okay, again, just did it nice and quick and dirty. That lets you see what it looks like not smudged. And then let's diffuse the color a little bit by smudging. Okay, now we're getting a little bit better, but I do want you to know it does take away a lot of the shade and leave the sparkle, which I do not have a problem with. That is not even a negative comment, simply an observation. Okay, as I had that glorious idea while we were originally doing this, let's take the gold lame and do the same on the other eye. And I'm really curious. This one, it feels like the sparkle is really in the pigment. So let's see what this one does as we go to shear it out. Okay, so first of all, I did a real sloppy line. This gold has already been sharpened. It was so soft that when I did my swatch, it broke. So let me just show you the gold unadulterated lame. Ooh, that is gorgeous. That's one of the prettiest ones, but I better move quickly because this does set. So let's see what happens when we smudge it out. This one is staying. The glitter is gold and of course the lame shade is gold. So it's not as easy to tell that it's been smudged out as it was with the sequin green. Okay, so we're staying much more intact with the smudging. Okay, all right, so again, we have a lot of the pigment gone and the glitter left behind, but the pigment and the glitter are kind of one and the same in this. So that's what that looks like. Let me do a little bit more. I really want you guys to get a good feeling for the products. Okay, I don't have as nice of a tip as I told you. I'm not doing a great job here, guys. Normally I would get it on the inner corner and under the eye, but here it is, untouched and unsheared. Fully opaque, I should say. Let's shear it out a little bit. Normally, of course, if I were wearing these for my own look to go out, or even a look on camera, I would do it all around the eye, but I kind of try to make sure I get this off. Pretty good, right? The pigment and the sparkle are essentially the same shade, so that helps. Okay, and on this side, a little bit of a darker base with a gold shimmer, but a definite difference between the two. I'm glad I tried them both. Let's go ahead now and try the darkest Night Flash, and we'll try it on both eyes and see what we think. Stay right there. Okay, I think I did a fair job getting that all off, and now we are going to try our Night Flash. I do have a little bit of sparkle still on my face. I couldn't get it all off, but we're going to try. Just for transparency, let me tell you that this time I did put on a little bit of the Victoria Beckham Beauty black eyeliner, just a little bit, because in the waterline, and I tight lined with it because I'm not going to touch the glittery stuff in there. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. I will just kind of do a messy line here. And then smudge. This does not have as much glitter and is smudging out to, you'll see the glitter when you smudge it actually, is smudging out to a little bit of a silver glitter, unlike gold in the other, but a very pretty, it's actually very pretty. Remember, when I tell you that you smudge away the pigment but the glitter remains, this is not a negative statement, it is simply an observation. Okay, now let's try it again. And this color, because I'm just going to leave it on, we can go ahead and go underneath the eye. I'm going to hurry or this will set. Here it is in its darkest state. You don't actually see as much of the glitter. This one is kind of nicer sheared out when you do start to see the kind of pretty disco ball shimmer in it actually. So whereas I prefer the sequin, the green sequin one, when it's not sheared out, this one I kind of like a little better when you go in and shear it, because now we're seeing the glitter. And remember, this is really nice because you can do it all just like this. Okay, what do you think? All right, let's go under the eyes a little bit with this one. And I'm going to smudge it under the eye too. Okay, let's do the other eye. Yes, I like this one better sheared out because then you can actually see the glitter a little bit better. So that would mean that this Night Flash and the Gold Lame are my two favorites. Though I like the sequin green, it's a very olive green. It's not as bright of a green as many of you thought. And you will see the gold flecks, but only if you take away a lot of the pigment. That doesn't make it bad. That doesn't make that a bad review of it. It's simply a statement. And I kind of like this one when I can get, as you see, look at all that silver glitter that's left. That is just from that shade, and you really see it when you shear it out. The Gold Lame, it looks sparkly sheared out or just laid right on. This Night Flash is going to look sparkly when it's sheared, and the sequin green is going to look gold sparkly on a darker background when it's sheared. And when it is done on its own, it's not quite as sparkly. So it just depends what you're looking for in a liner. But these are definitely kind of I think of these kind of as a shadow stick, really. You certainly can line with them. The Gold Lame would be gorgeous as a liner. I would love to try it in the waterline, but I do not dare. I do not dare. It's probably not a good idea. We do kind of need our eyes, you know. So let me know what you think. Are these what you thought they would look like? Were you waiting to see some reviews? I certainly didn't know what to think of when I got them. So let me know your thoughts on these 3 liners, and if you purchased them, if you bought all 3 together and saved a little bit of cash, and how you're looking at these for the holidays. Certainly an interesting addition from Victoria Beckham Beauty. So please put your comments below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I sure hope that you did. And if you haven't already done so, please make sure that you subscribe to this channel so that we can spread the word near and far alike. I would love to see you guys over on Instagram and TikTok too. And please remember that you can hit the join button and become a member of this channel for behind the scenes content, special chat groups, and special members live. I hope to see all of you in the next video. Bye-bye.